You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
We're trotting out and peddling people's racist, sexist, bigoted stereotypes.
And their colleagues have distorted the facts.
Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Hunter Biden is not above the law. We want to send him to the DOJ, and we want to trust the DOJ to do their job.
I want my Republican colleagues to give me one thing, that I can go campaign on and say we did.
The bill, as I said, codifies one definition of anti-Semitism. A definition that the author says shouldn't be codified.
RICO is not a crime. They want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
Leadership of the plans to get them back into chambers. That would have been call number 3 with Speaker Pelosi.
You didn't have one call, you didn't have 2 calls, you had 3 calls. So Speaker Pelosi's comments that she didn't speak to were inaccurate.
That is correct, sir.
Welcome to the Off-Label Podcast, your daily dose of sanity in an insane world. Ladies and gentlemen, there seems to have been an explosion at an LA police training center here. It's left 3 deputies dead. It's not actually what you would think it is here. This might have actually been a real mistake, but they're investigating as to what happened here. We also got, you remember that Jesus, what was it? That vice mayor that called on the street gangs to fight back against ICE. But we got some more developments in that story, ladies and gentlemen, and pretty kind of pretty funny here. I don't know how she's gonna wiggle out of this one at all. We also got BlackRock was hit with a $52 billion withdrawal from one single client. There's a lot more on the table here today, ladies and gentlemen, but let's go ahead and get this going.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Oop.
Any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
We're gonna get hit with the music, but I don't care.
I have one daughter. I understand that it's he by the same father. I have one daughter. I understand that it's he by the same father.
So what is...
I will say this, though. The perversion of religion has gone way too far in this country.
And they don't give a fuck, because even the Pope is out there going, yes, Yes, more gay churches. More gay churches.
To sit there and say those passages are clobber passages to condemn gay marriage, not transsexual or transing your kid or mutilating them, that is fucking disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
100% disgusting. You think God would have ever thought you'd try to cut your dick and balls off or lop your tits off? I mean, come the fuck on, man.
That's the Catholic Church. That's the Catholic
he
Church.
Probably
they
did. Let's be honest. If he's all knowing and everything, he probably fucking did. But
listen, the Catholic Church has been known to, when priests are told on, you know what they do is the shuffle. They shuffle priests around. They send them here. They send them there. You know, when they get caught, they don't fucking send them out of the church. They don't,
right.
They don't castrate them like they should. They don't throw them in the fucking wood chipper for touching children. Like, I was an altar boy for 1.5 years.
Oh,
there we go.
You never got touched?
No.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing tonight? We got Carolyn Hall in the house, Michael Stenson, homie Tiders with us, Rick Donner. Get more coming in here. Ken Cross. How y'all doing tonight? Wes was up here earlier. We got Cyber Tech on the other side, Amanda.
Part of the reason I wasn't kidnapped either. I was a chunky fucker. I couldn't fit in the confessional.
And you're upset about that?
Well, it made me feel I don't feel so pretty.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Oh, so witty and gay.
Well, I mean, it is kind of gay.
Very.
All right, hold up. Let's get into this one real quick, though. FBI investigating explosion that killed 3 deputies at LA County Sheriff's Department facility. This is coming from Fox News here. 3 experienced bomb squad deputies killed by mysterious blast at Los Angeles County facility. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and federal law enforcement partners are investigating the cause of a devastating explosion Friday morning that left multiple deputies dead at the agency's Special Enforcement Bureau in East Los Angeles. The blast, which occurred at, I don't know what to say, that training facility just after 7:30 a.m., killed 3 deputies assigned to the arson explosives detail. The fallen deputies, whose identities have not been released, have a combined 74 years of service, according to LA County Sheriff Robert Luna. So these motherfuckers were vets.
Mm-hmm.
No other injuries were reported. There's no threat to the community, according to Luna.
No shit.
The sources say the explosion was not part of a planned training exercise, and it appears the incident occurred when deputies were moving ordnance on the training facility property. However, they noted it is uncommon for the arson and explosives detail unit to use live ordnance, so it is unclear what exploded. It is also unknown if the blast happened to be within the suspected arson and explosives trucks or beside it. Davey, you remember that video we showed about all those propane tanks and everything that you think they could have been training for something like that?
I mean, there's been a bunch of them lately, hasn't there been? People with explosives in the car. The guy from Texas that was on his way to L.A. and he was bringing fireworks,
right,
to use as explosives.
High power fireworks, but yeah.
I mean, I don't.
But why would they be using live ammo though? I mean, that makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. LA is going to be a powder keg that's going to set this whole fucking thing off, dude. I'm telling you right now. LA is going to be a powder keg.
Everybody just know this is not part of it, though. This is apparently some accident gone wrong. I don't know.
But why would they be using live ammunition?
Unless somebody was trying to sabotage from within. And I guess that's what they're looking for, because the Federal Bureau of Investigations in Los Angeles and LA Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives are investigating the post-blast portion of the incident, according to Luna. Homicide detective also responded to the scene. Marked the largest loss of life within the department since 1857. So 3 people die, and that's the largest loss of life within your department. That's impressive.
It's LA. They shoot first, ask questions later.
Apparently not. I mean, look at all the rioters.
Dude, it's. But yeah, LA's supposed to be one of the most corrupt police stations there is out there. If you listen to anybody.
Attorney General Pam Bondi wrote on a series of posts that she spoke with Bill Esselai, the attorney for Central District of California, whatever, the LASD sheriff regarding horrific incident. What appears to be a horrific incident that killed at least 3 law enforcement training off in Los Angeles. Our federal agents are at the scene, and we are working to learn more. Please pray for the sheriff's deputies killed. Department of Homeland Security confirmed DHS is working with state and federal law enforcement in relation to the incident. Well, let's listen to their own kind of news for a little bit here. This is like 23 minutes. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but
we have some breaking news here. LA County Fire Department investigating reports of an explosion at the LA County Sheriff's Department training facility. We're looking at live pictures here. KTLA's Rich Prickett is in Sky 5 HD. Rich, the reports we are getting quite awful, but what are you hearing and seeing right now?
Well, the information we've been provided at this point, Frank, is that the fire department responded here around 7:30 this morning for reports of an explosion, possibly in a gymnasium or one of the buildings here at the East LA Sheriff's Training Facility. And more sources have said that 3 deputies may have been killed here at the training facility. And what we're seeing right now is lots of deputies that are here in the parking lot, as well as the fire department.
By the way, hold on a sec. 7:30 in the morning doesn't sound like an explosion demonstration kind of time. Wouldn't you at least hold that off to the middle of the day, later on in the afternoon, maybe? You know, for the people who do it overnights, like, 2 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning doesn't sound like, hey, let's play with explosives.
Shit. Yeah. that don't sound right.
Let's play with fake explosives at 7:30 in the morning. I don't. It's a weird coincidence. Weird. I don't know. I think it's akin to the situation with Alec Baldwin in Rust, where somebody fucked up somewhere and put something that they weren't supposed to put them in a certain spot, or something wasn't labeled correctly or something like that. And, and it was a real grenade instead of a fake grenade. You know what I mean? Or, a little bit too much gunpowder in it or something like that. But 7:30 in the fucking morning to do explosion exercises? If you worked overnight, I think you need a cup of coffee watching the sunrise. I feel like, hey, you want to do bomb shit? What time you want to do it? 7:30, 7 a.m. I haven't even had my first cup of coffee. Well, you're about to go home.
Make it fun.
I just did a 12-hour shift, right? Yeah, but this is going to be extra exciting because you're going to be sleepy and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, 7:30 in the morning.
Comes in about 6 o'clock, sits around. Hey, we haven't had a call in about an hour. Let's go play with bombs. Why do you even think that would be a thing, though?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's in a training. Like, just 2 guys just throwing around a grenade at 7:30 in the morning. Hey, you want to play catch? It was that fucking bored.
If that were the thing, if that's what happened, I would die laughing. I would join him. I'd just be like, all right, I got to eat these guys.
You guys are fucking dumb. Hey,
you want to spend the rest of my life sitting here? These motherfuckers played hot potato with a grenade. What the fuck?
It's a training facility. They're all dummies, except for this one.
Then people would be like, well, you died just to come up here and make fun of them. You're damn right. I spend the rest of eternity making fun of them. This sounds like heaven to me.
It looks like that grenade I showed the other day where it says, pick me up.
Now this could actually turn out to be something here. I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on this one and see what happens with this later. But
and we're trying to pin down exactly which building this might have occurred in, but this is the activity we are seeing at this point, and 3 deputies may have been killed in some sort of an explosion, possibly in a gymnasium here at the training facility. Here's the fire department here.
I don't see much damage on the outside, so apparently it wasn't that strong.
And another
well, I saw the picture from Fox had it on fucking fire.
Sheriff's Special Unit Dispatch, which is a
they probably used something else
here for the Sheriff's Department. Again, possible explosion that happened here at 7:30 this morning, killing 3 deputies here in East LA. Frank, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, and we should say we do not have that confirmed yet on the 3 deputies. That is
here's
some
the thing.
of the initial reporting.
It just
and
it's just too coincidental that it happened in LA, where all this shit is popping off. It just so happens that the Los Angeles Special Department or whatever it is,
yeah, their training,
their training facility just so happens to have an explosion where we've seen weeks and weeks of violence in LA. We've had
kind of like that, Cop City thing that they burnt down while it was under construction.
Yeah. And the mayor or whatever her fucking name is, calling for gangs to
the vice mayor,
yeah, for violence. Just all this just coincidental.
Yeah.
So
it's a series of unfortunate events. We'll just chalk it up to that, I guess. But I mean, you could be right about that.
I mean,
it
is LA.
SEB, the Special Enforcement Bureau, as you say, Rich. That's the essentially the SWAT team of the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Are they saying it's an accident? I mean, they're reporting it as so, but
that this is not an active
FBI, Homeland Security is going down there.
So we don't know if we simply don't have enough information to suggest
what
has happened here or how this happened.
Rick's making fun of my accent.
Tape up.
It's Baldwin,
do we
Davey,
see any
not Baldwin.
paramedic units or fire units that are actually transporting
So it's Goldwyn instead of Goldman?
Injured,
fuck that, Craig.
Do you see anything like that, Rich?
Frank, we do not. What we're seeing is right here, what's in frame here in the parking lot here. We see one paramedic ambulance that is standing by here, as well as one of the fire engines. But this also may have occurred 1 hour ago. So if there were any transports that may have already happened, but we are seeing the evidence tape that's roped around the parking lot here with several deputies standing outside and what remains of the fire department.
Rich, we're hearing that there are reports of there was a loud noise, and you're talking about this possible explosion in the gymnasium. Can you pull out and sort of, I don't know how much you know at this hour, but where is that gymnasium specifically on this compound?
Well, that's what we were trying to pin down before we went live here, Megan. But what I can show you is this section of the parking lot. It's a rather large facility here in East LA, right out to 710 freeway. And once we arrived here on scene, we could see that the majority of the activity was here near the Special Unit Dispatch building. And according to the information that was being provided, it may have happened in a gymnasium. And we're also hearing reports that 3 deputies are down.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit here.
What, if anything, have you been able to find out on the ground?
Hey, Frank, good morning. Yeah, we are on Eastern Avenue and Sheriff's Road. You might be able to see right here in this intersection, sheriff's deputies blocking it off. And you can see this long line of cars trying to get out of this area. That is because we understand, I went up to one of the cars here, it was a worker, an individual who works inside, who says that they were told to evacuate immediately. The sheriff's deputies here say this is still very much an active scene. Now we understand for one of the employees who showed up to come to work and was turned away because of what's going on here, that this call came in right around 7:30 this morning. And inside, through this road, if you drive...
Could you imagine being that person?
No, I was just thinking in my head, if I waited through all this traffic to get to work, I was late for work, I'm already pissed off. I'm on my fucking. I've been in traffic so long. I've had 2 cups of coffee, and they go, "Hey, man, just turn around and go home." I'd probably yell, "Somebody better be fucking dead!" And then they go, "Yeah, 3 people are dead," and you're like, "Oh,
now I'm a dick."
am I getting paid? Because I was here. I'm still getting paid. They write his ass. They turn him around. They send him home. They write his ass up for not coming to work. He's like, "I was literally there." They're like, "No, you failed to show up for work. No call, no show." Out, motherfuckers.
Dude, just going to work. You get up, you do your normal fucking routine. You just go on to fucking work. You're like 5-10 minutes close to fucking work, just jamming out, doing whatever you need to do to get yourself pumped the fuck up. And then you see the road blocked off. You're like, what the fuck? And they're like, no, you got to get the fuck out of here. Go home.
Go home.
You're, okay. I'm trying to get to work, but nope. They're evacuating your building. I'm the fuck up out of there. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Free day. Fuck.
And then, like I said, they call you later and go, where you been? Let's turn around.
You motherfuckers are reimbursing my gas.
The worst part, though, is waking up for the day. Like waking up, getting everything ready, getting all ready. When you're right there at work, you're like, oh, all right, it is what it is. It's another day at work. And then they turn you around. Now you got to go home and you look silly because you're in your work outfit 2 hours after you left for work.
You go home and you're just like, I could take a nap. Then you're just too wide the fuck awake now, and your whole day is just fucking ruined. Now you're just pacing back and forth because you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself. Yeah.
Down it is here at the Sheriff's Department.
There's a hole in it. Oh, that's a drain. Okay.
Trainings, including with their bomb squad specialists on their bomb squad yard, and that is where they hold their training facilities. So we understand that is where, unfortunately, this may have been the place of where that deadly incident occurred. And since we got here about 15 minutes ago, Frank and Megan, you saw this long line of employees leaving. One of them, he said he's the maintenance crew. Another one, he says, is a mechanic who works on the sheriff's deputies' cars. He actually helps put them all together. And he said right around 30 minutes ago, he got a call from his boss to say, leave this area, evacuate now. Everybody needs to leave. And that's why you see this long line of folks that is leaving this area doing exactly that. Now, as far as who has arrived here, we have seen members of the LA County Fire Department personnel coming in, fire department cars, not paramedics that we've seen, but we have seen the fire department as well as sheriff's deputies coming in. There's a LA County fire right there that was just coming in and now has turned around and gone out. But that is what we've seen here in the past 20 minutes. Now, when I asked one of the employees whether or not he heard a sound of an explosion, he said his colleague did. It shook the ground. Yes, Frank, send it back to you.
I'm sorry, Annie. I just wanted to confirm because our viewers are seeing on the screen that it says 3 dead in explosion at LASD training facility. It has now been confirmed by the Sheriff's Information Bureau that 3 people have been killed in this explosion. We don't know the nature of it. Eric Spillman also standing by, and Eric's working his sources as he's arriving on scene. Eric, what are you understand you have some new information? Eric Spillman?
3 deputies. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I can also confirm from very good sources within the Sheriff's Department that 3 deputies died in this explosion this morning. And my understanding of where this took place, there is what's called the Biscailuz Center, which is here on the 1000 block of Eastern in East LA. And this is where the Sheriff's Department arson and explosive unit is headquartered here. And often they do conduct training exercises. I was not able to confirm whether what happened today was part of a training exercise or not, but this is where this particular arson explosives unit of the Sheriff's Department, very specialized unit, is headquarters, where they are based. And again, 3 sheriff's deputies dying in the explosion is the information that I'm getting this morning. And if that is, that would make this...
Question. I just thought about this.
But
why would they be moving explosives through a gymnasium anyway?
Well, that's the thing is we don't know what type of explosives. Was it a grenade? Was it C4? Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was something like not like.
Well, it was. Yeah, it could have
like
been
like that. Yeah,
it couldn't be something heavy because the fucking whatever place is still apparently still intact, so it wasn't that big, that much. But still, like we don't know anything. We have no idea. We don't know if what kind of explosives were used, and I'm trying to find to see, and I haven't seen any updates on it or anything like that.
it just something about that just doesn't sit with me though. Why would it be in a gymnasium? I mean, that's where they're suspecting it is, but
well, it might be something that they had to go through the gym to get to where they were practicing or something like that. I don't know. Sometimes
or they could just be in the gym and something went off.
Like I say, playing hot potato with a fucking grenade. Just it is SWAT team. Those guys are a little kooky.
Yeah, that is true though.
One of the deadliest days for the LA Sheriff's Department, in my memory for sure. I can't remember a time where 3 sheriff's employees died in one day.
No, I don't recall that either, Eric. And this would be a horrific a bit of news. Obviously, you do see some of the folks standing there in what appears to be, I don't want to say they're taking cover, but they are, as we look from Rich Prickett's vantage point in the helicopter, they're standing behind buildings. Earlier, we saw the firefighters standing in a group behind an engine. They were not scattered about. And coupling that with the information that we're getting from Annie Ramos, that there is an active evacuation underway, it suggests that they're still concerned about a potential threat there. Do you have any information on that, Eric?
I don't. I mean, as you can imagine, the department is in chaos. They're trying to figure out exactly what's going on, and it's devastating news. So just about the only information I have is that 3 deputies are confirmed dead, and that the...
Wait. So there's an explosion that kills 3 deputies, and they're just like, everybody's standing around. Yeah, I would too, until I know there was no longer a threat to myself or anything else. Like, I'm just going to run up in there like it's something to do, What
do you want them to do? Send them all home? Guys, everybody go home. We don't need anybody. Like, what?
Well, I mean, just sitting there waiting just in case something else might happen, While you get somebody over here to actually deal with some kind of explosive that might still exist. Yeah, I get it. It's their training facility. But hey, you got to wait for other people to go ahead and just give the commands and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. What do you want them to do? You want them to be singing Kumbaya right next to the fucking explosion? Like, what the hell is that?
Arson explosives detail section of the Sheriff's Department is based at this location. This is where they do sometimes conduct training. Not sure if what happened today is related to training or not, but there was some kind of an explosion, and it was deadly, with a horrific result that 3 deputies are confirmed dead.
Eric, you mentioned your location, the 1000 block of
you're
Eastern.
right, Rhoda.
Annie Rose on a different side of the premise. Now, can you explain? I know we have you on the phone right now. What are you seeing? Because we see a strip of caution tape. As Frank mentioned, you have folks that are posted up against the building. What are you seeing visually from your vantage point?
Well, I sort of pulled over to begin talking to people within the Sheriff's Department. I can see helicopters circling above the location, but I'm not at the same vantage point that Annie Rose has, where she can see people actually leaving.
I said the same thing.
Eric, I want to check in with Rich.
Adam says, why would you ever train with live explosives as you're training? Yeah, I said the same thing. And then Jennifer says, traveling in pairs, moving slowly, no radio contact on scene. They have no clue what happened. Might happen again.
No, but here's the thing. The explosion, that must have come from inside the vehicle. Glass on the outside, it busted from within. I thought they said this was in a gymnasium.
Cricket for a moment here. Rich, the image that you're showing us shows the back of this sheriff's unit. And we can see that is it the glass shattered there? What are you seeing there?
Frank, it looks like the rear window here of this sheriff squad car has been impacted, blown out. You can see the glass that's on the ground, as well as a backpack that lies on the ground right next to it. This is within the roped off area of this parking lot. I'm going to be careful as to what I show here live on air, but as I was scanning around the parking lot, I happened to notice that broken glass, the backpack, and what appears to be possibly 3 bodies with a blanket draped over them right near these trucks.
So they were in the
parking
vehicle.
lot. So again, I'll be a little, I want to make sure to not show anything that's sensitive here in the parking lot, but it would appear that I've seen 3 bodies that are right next to this cluster of trucks in the parking lot of this training facility.
I'm more confused now than I was when this whole thing started.
Right?
So they said it's a gymnasium, yet the bodies are supposedly, if you see that little black thing that's right there,
There was 3 of them because I thought that's what they were.
Yeah.
With that open truck being right there.
I mean, and it does look like there's armor. So there's the only way it can blow out is through the is backwards, because it looks like that vehicle, if you go back a little more, it looks like it's all black. So it looks like it might be armor on the truck.
Oh yeah. That's they have that grate right there on the windows, so you can't get through even if the window breaks.
Yeah, so
all that glass being on the outside, that explosion happened from within the vehicle. Probably that backpack that was inside here.
Go back a little more, see if you can see the bodies.
Yeah, because it's right here, right there in front of that truck.
So it couldn't have happened in a. I'm so.
No, it couldn't have happened in the gym. It had to have been in that truck right here.
They're right there.
Yeah, 1, 2. I don't know where the other one is. Probably in the truck right now. It had to have been in here. Because how else would that break? From the inside.
And no other one was fucking affected either. There's no glass or anything. I am so. And this is only my take. The only thing is, somebody was impersonating one of them.
Oh yeah, we still live, Wes.
And try to blow up something and failed.
No, combined between them, that was 74 fucking years. Oh, there's the other one. That might be the other one, that blue one right there. Combined between them, there were 74 years. So that means, unless it was an ideologically captured bomb agent or explosives.
It is LAPD. It is LAPD. You never know. But
unless somebody switched something out, like you said, and they just happened to grab the right one.
That's so. I don't know. It just got weirder.
Right.
I didn't think it would get weirder, but then they said it's a gymnasium, and then that's blown out.
That's
There's
the
bodies.
Entire fucking window laying right there.
Yeah. But no other window was affected.
Yeah, see, there's that grate.
Yeah, but no other window was affected. That was it.
Yeah, the sides would have blown out too, at least.
Yeah,
or cracked.
I am, and if it was big enough to kill them, I mean, wouldn't at least another squad car have some kind of this is just so fucking confusing.
Unless they were killed by shrapnel. Or fire, like insta-torch kind of situation.
Man, it says, I'm sure it was a training exercise gone wrong and twisted the story to make it look like something triggering. I don't know. It looks, maybe it was a missile from above.
Yeah, it just happened to land inside the vehicle and try to get out.
But yeah, they said it was happening in the gymnasium, yet the bodies are outside. That's like that. There's no, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm fucking confused. You think you're confused? I'm confused, man.
Not showing anything that's sensitive here in the parking lot, but it would appear that I've seen 3 bodies that are right next to this cluster of trucks in the parking lot of this training facility.
Oh, awful. Yeah, and Rich, it has been confirmed that were in fact 3 deputies.
Yeah. Let's see. On the very back end. Yeah, see, that officer's sitting there looking at it, not moving beyond the line. It had to have been that 625. It had to have been that patrol car.
But it's just there's no other glass. That's it. It just blew out that back window. Nothing on the side windows.
Billman has told us that the arson and explosives detail was somehow related to what happened here, or that it occurred in an area where those folks train. So, we're just trying to piece together what we can, and being as concerned, do need to show.
Yeah, see, even this side, what the? That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen crazier shit happen within explosions, but not even a scratch, not a spider. No. Unless it was directed towards the front and the back glass was the shockwave from the explosion. Most of the force from the blast would have already dissipated in the air. It was just like some kind of incendiary, not literally set on fire or anything, but.
Jennifer with the dono. Thank you, Jennifer. Palm Springs and LA were both in parking lots.
I don't know. This got incredibly fucking strange real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can understand why the FBI and Homeland Security are out there now. Because that don't make any fucking sense. Not the only one. She sounds like she is drooling. Who?
This gives you a sense of the explosive impact of whatever happened. We don't know if they use live fire in these situations. We know that the Sheriff's Enforcement Bureau certainly uses flashbang grenades as they
that
move
wouldn't
in
have killed them, though.
At times. I don't know enough about their training to know if they use actual explosives when they're training their deputies as to how to disarm these explosive devices that they encounter.
A flashbang wouldn't have killed inside. Not
Deluxe,
even.
Don't know.
You might have gotten one, but not all fucking 3.
Deluxe says, almost looks like a breech blowout. I don't know. Amanda says training exercise good and wrong. Just strong enough to be deadly and target enough to stay in the parking lot. Yeah, but they said it was in the gymnasium. That's why I'm so fucking confused. They said it was in the gymnasium, yet the bodies are outside, covered, supposedly. We don't know if those are the bodies or not, but they look like body bags. And that just one window's blown out. It looked like somebody just fucking hit it with
inside out, though. That's what gets me.
Yeah, well, it's got that steel cage, so, it doesn't look like all the glass is there, but it just looks like somebody came and just bashed that window out to make it look like something happened.
But if they did that, they'd have to do it from the inside. They'd have to be inside the vehicle with some kind of small object to get between that fucking grate and hit that window.
I don't think so, because if it was something that blew from the inside, glass would be more all over the place. It looks like it was just it looks like all the glass is right there. So with that grate, it looks like somebody just smashed the window and half of it fell wherever because that gate is there, that grate is there, and then half of it fell outside because that doesn't look like a full back window there.
If it was a directed explosive and it was set towards the front, the shock wave coming back would have blown out that window, and it wouldn't have blown glass everywhere. It had just shattered the glass.
Dr. Robotnik is in fucking California now. Using fucking lasers and shit.
There'd be no way if somebody did it from the outside because that glass would be inside. There would be, you'd see impact inside. Because of the grate, it would just fall right down, but it doesn't it doesn't. That doesn't go with the distance between that, because a lot of it would be on the bumper then. That had to have cleared the bumper to land there.
None of this makes sense. Because that's just perfectly piled right there. If it was blown out from the inside, the glass would be more out of everywhere else, but it's not. It's just, you'd see, like,
it just depends on how, like, the explosive, how powerful that was. Like I said,
apparently
the shockwave
powerful
could do
enough to
that.
kill 3 people.
They were inside. I don't know. It didn't break anything else, though. That's what's throwing me off. Just that one window. I've seen crazier shit in photos like this and videos, but
just also how far they are. But just how far they are from it too. Like, what did they drag? Did they drag the bodies over there and then put them
oh
in?
yeah, I'm pretty sure they took them out just so they can investigate what the hell happened inside the vehicle without having to go through the body. You know?
They keep saying it's in a gymnasium. I don't fucking. That's. Do they call the squad cars gymnasiums now? Is this what we're doing?
I don't know.
Students, get in the gymnasium.
But we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out for this shit, because now I am intrigued. Because if that was the squad car and that was glass from that being blown out from whatever exploded inside, kind of seems more along the lines of a hit. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of time left. We got about 20 minutes left before we have to go to Rumble. An ICE protest turned into a riot last night in Cincinnati, Ohio, resulting in 16 arrests. Rioters blocked a bridge between Cincinnati and Covington, clashing with police. Charges include riot in the first degree, unlawful assembly, resisting arrest, failure to disperse, obstructing a highway, obstructing emergency responders, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct in the second degree. Lock them up. This comes from Gunther Engelman.
Peaceful vigil turns into a chaotic scene on the Roebling Suspension Bridge last night.
So this morning, our Caroline Gerhardt joining us live from the bridge this morning with more details. Caroline, you were just able to show that video here in the last half hour. Some of it's pretty hard to watch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jordan. What was supposed to start out as a peaceful protest, a vigil, if you will, really quickly turned into a completely different scene, as that video illustrates. That this all happened last night around 8 o'clock, and it was a vigil for former Cincinnati Children's Hospital chaplain Eamon Solomon, who has been detained by
They're saying
ICE.
13.
We're about to show you some of that
Gunther
video.
said 16.
Another
There might have been
warning
more.
that it might be difficult to watch for some viewers. So again, this started at 8 o'clock last night. Cincinnati police tell us that the vigil started on the Ohio side of the bridge and then made its way over to the Kentucky side. A large group of protesters, they were marching, and that's when Covington police confronted the crowds and chaos erupted.
Hold on. Adam has a point. If they pulled 2 bodies out of an exploding vehicle, the doors would be open. They wouldn't shut it back.
Yeah.
Maybe they put something in the back and closed the door, and when they closed it, it exploded.
Deluxe with the dono. After the George Floyd incident, it would not surprise me if they did start calling them gymnasiums. I know the door windows could have been blown out. It's all weird. It's all fucking.
They could have been on the outside, and the explosion just went off in their fucking faces. Because maybe he hit it while he was closing the tailgate. That would explain why the glass is there, because they would have been blocking the glass.
This person's Low B says the explosion of the LA Sheriff's Training Facility, LASD, where 3 officers tragically lost their lives, has been reported as accidental. They were transporting ordnance, weapons, and explosions when the explosion happened. I don't know who that lady is. Oh, Wide mom.
We definitely, let's go back here. We definitely got to keep a lookout for that.
You can see in this video an officer walks across the bridge with a rubber bullet gun. Another officer has a man on the ground. You can see that officer punching the man repeatedly.
Good.
And then a woman was holding onto the railing. She was detained, and another fight ensued from there. We were able to speak with one protester and get their reaction. Here's what she had to say.
Are we being beat up because we're doing a peaceful march? I don't understand. I don't understand it. That's what I said to him. I said,
We're blocking
I
the
don't
bridge,
understand.
madam.
I said, I am here legally. This is my country. And he just threw me down on the ground and just fell over me. And it was totally out of control. I could have had worse injuries. And he just said, go!
So a total of 16 people were arrested. Because it happened on the bridge, 13 were arrested by Covington police, 3 charged by Cincinnati police. In that release that you can see from Covington police, they say that they were met with, quote, open hostility and threatening behavior from demonstrators, end quote. We have learned that one of those suspects will be
That doesn't sound like them, does it?
We expect the rest of them to be arraigned today. As well as we get updates on that, we will provide them to you here. With photojournalist Dale Lutz, I'm Karen.
No. You're blocking the fucking bridge. You're just being disorderly, attacking, and just disrupting everything. Wait. Wasn't there riot first degree, unlawful assembly, resisting arrest, failure to disperse, obstructing a highway? Okay, so apparently you didn't get hit with attacking an officer. But yeah, I don't care that the officer was repeatedly punching that guy. We've been dealing with this so many goddamn times. These motherfuckers just need what's coming to them. But yeah. We got that. I really don't care anymore, dude. I don't care. Look, this bitch is happy.
Yeah.
Hoganenberg was arrested and charged with riot, obstruction, interference, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest. Lucas Griffin, Brandon Hill.
Yeah, look at they're all
fucking smiling. Yeah. Fuck them. They think they're gonna get something for this shit.
They'll probably get a fucking where is it again? Ohio?
Cincinnati, Ohio, yeah.
I don't know much about Cincinnati. Well, was that where the Covington kids were from? Or was that Kentucky?
I think that was Ohio. Covington kids, Vulture, Lincoln Memorial Confrontation. No, that was at Washington.
But Covington Catholic School.
Covington Catholic High School. Private Roman. Yeah, that's Kentucky then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't tell me you're blocking a fucking a bridge and a major highway, and you want me to believe that you were just like, yeah, no, we were just sitting here peacefully protesting. I don't understand why they protest, why they sit in the middle of fucking in the middle of bridges and streets with normal everyday people. That's not how you get people on your fucking side,
right?
Making them late for work.
Yeah, you're gonna make me late for work. You're disrupting everything, and I'm just pissed off that, hey, I have come to a complete stop because you want to be a fucking moron. I'm not going to join your cause. I'm going to be against you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all it's doing. That's why Trump won. Because of all this nonsense bullshit.
Right.
You know, this is what people pushes. This is why Trump is still at 90% satisfactory rating, even after the fucking favorability, even after the Jeffrey Epstein shit.
Right.
Because you guys are doing this. You fucking idiots are pushing people to the other side. You're not bringing people into your side. The same thing with dehumanizing men. The left is all about how men are worthless, men are useless, and all this stuff. And then you want me to just be like, yeah, sure, I'll join your cause. No, go fuck yourself. What up, Jonah?
Jonah. How you doing? Be the one popped in here too. But yeah, I'm done with the dumb games with these motherfuckers. Just whatever happens to them happens. Like you want to get uppity, you want to get violent and shit, but you've never been peaceful when this happens. You have your peaceful protest, and then as soon as everybody's like, "Yay, look at us, we're marching," and nobody gets eyes anymore on you because who the fuck cares about you? Then it gets fucking violent, but you had nothing to do with it, right? No, I don't believe that shit. I can never believe that shit.
It was mostly peaceful. There was like 50 people there, and 13 of them were just the violent ones. It was mostly peaceful. 37 of them weren't violent, so, you know, it was mostly peaceful.
Hey, they didn't wait to get the old people out first, you know? That's when the riot happens. When the old people leave, that's when you need to as well.
Deluxe with the dono, LOL, because they have lost all sense and have gone full retard. I love the damn movie. Yeah. This is a great movie. I mean, it just, they've gone all fucking full retard.
Senseless.
Yeah. I saw a video today that made me want to punch my phone. It was this girl was in an Aldi, and they said that she was stealing, and she was like, and the cop asked her to come outside, and she was just going off on the cop and everything like that. And he's like, well, can I just see your license? She's like, no, I don't have my license. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not talking to you, blah, 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 blah. He's like, let me see your bag. No, nobody's touching my bag. And the officer was being so fucking nice to her. So nice, man, please, man, please, man, please, man. And she was just being fucking disruptive and getting in the cop's face and everything like that. It's like, just fucking, he threatened to cuff her like 19 times. And then, of course, the lady she didn't know that wasn't her friend all of a sudden let them know all about her, that she was a minor and they can't touch a minor. Oh, I thought you didn't know each other. And then it ended up when he got their purses that they stole a bunch of shit from Aldi's.
Dude, I want you to see this. Mom given the option to terminate at 20 weeks, unprepared for what happens next. So the baby has a cleft fucking palate? I mean, that can be fixed. So just because the baby's going to have a cleft palate, you want to terminate? I'm not even going to get any further into that. I just saw that headline and I was like, no, there ain't no fucking way. Is that picture, like, this is what I saw right here, trending #1. I saw that picture and I was like, are you seriously sitting there telling me that? And I clicked on it and yep.
Well, it says at my 20-week anatomy scan, wait.
Where you at?
I was given the option to terminate my pregnancy. It's that little text that's right there, yeah.
Well, let's play the video. Oh, music. I was confused by that question. My instant reaction was to cry. I said no. God chose this child for us. He was perfect here and is still perfect. We had challenges with feeding, needing the NG. What was it? Needing the NG for 1 month, but we did it. Our boy is thriving. 2 major cleft surgeries before his first birthday with hard recoveries. His post-palatable repair required 2 separate hospital stays. He refused all milk for 5 to 6 weeks. Benji's palate healed. He is eventually... See, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Thriving, happy, and healthy. But doctors were at 20 weeks. Hey, your baby's got a deficiency. You want to get rid of it?
See, we've gone too fucking far.
Yeah.
We got to go back to the chat here because we got to bring up this story afterwards.
It's unfucking believable. But they're not pushing it. Not at all.
No.
Hitler baby. Jesus.
What the fuck? Thank goodness that was actually a good story, not the headline. Yeah. South Park says it was explosive butt plugs that Diddy hit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to cut a little bit early here. I got to get me something to drink. Y'all, You got 3 minutes. We will see you on the other side.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that?